I feel particularly inspired this morning because yesterday I was given a beautiful poem by Stephen, who was watching live yesterday. He felt it was very apt for the talk that I was giving the morning before. Morning, Jenny. Bless you for saying that. I'm sure you look beautiful too. I can't see you, but I'm sure you do. Thank you. So Stephen sent me this poem, and it's a Native American poem, and it goes like this. And I did share it yesterday, but I just want to cover it this morning. So, if not now, when? If not me, who? To walk the path of the heart is a great honour. Every human being has the choice to walk this path, but very few will decide to make it. Why? Well, because you can't act and behave like everyone else behaves. You must be the person who prays and meditates. You must be the person who will sacrifice. You must decide to be a peaceful warrior. What will you decide today? Today, lead me on the path of the heart. And I think that's so beautiful. Now is always the time to walk the path of the heart. And really, these morning sessions are about us getting into that heart space. Now, I'm also really inspired this morning because as I was eating my brekkie, good morning, Stephen. I've just been talking about your poem that you sent me yesterday. I've just read that because it inspired me. And I was doubly inspired. Good morning. I was doubly inspired this morning eating my breakfast, watching the wonderful Marianne Williamson. I love her work. She inspires me hugely. So do check her out if you're not familiar with her work. She does a live stream every week. They're quite long, but they're fabulous. So this morning she talked about various things, but one thing I thought, wow, this really relates to these sessions, and that is, if we think about an iceberg, we can see the tip of the iceberg with our physical senses. So we see with our physical eyes, we see that as the iceberg. But we know intellectually that actually the iceberg is huge, and that is only a tiny part that we can see. But that's what we can see, so therefore we think that is real, the reality of it. That's with our physical senses. But this huge iceberg that is beneath the surface is where everything happens. It's where it's at. I love the way she spoke about that. And this is the difference between living from here, living from the physical senses, which of course we need, they're wonderful. But if we live with those alone and we don't hone our sixth sense, we don't come from a loving space, which is our connectedness, we live in this very small existence where we believe that we're separate. So it's a lonely place. If we purely believe what we see with our eyes and use our minds, you know, they keep us separate in a place of judgment. We don't understand the bigger picture from there, but we do from here. And that's why it's so important that we have this daily spiritual practice, spiritual connection to something much greater than our smallness. You know, this is where our power lies. But the mind, as Marianne said this morning, the mind tempts and lures us back into this realm of suffering. So to understand this intellectually is not enough. You know, I think most of us who are open to the bigger picture will understand intellectually that the difference between the head and the heart, and well, this must be because of that and this must be because of that. But to actually choose to live here, to dwell here, to come from this space, you know, it takes training. It's very simple, it's not hard, but we're constantly being lured back. So we're constantly having this temptation up here. So this is why we need to connect and have this daily, or however often, more frequently if you can, practice that brings us down to this loving space. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. I invite you to take a lovely deep breath down into your tummy, letting go of anything that is not in this moment. So letting go of yesterday, closing your eyes gently and taking a few nice deep breaths into your tummy. Just getting grounded again, centered back into the now. Allowing your tummy to expand as you breathe deeply and deflate as you exhale. Just letting go on the out breath. Drawing in that new energy on the in breath. Welcoming in the new day, a new beginning. So just notice now what is swirling around in your mind. What is swirling around the tip of that iceberg? What are you worrying about today? What are you judging? What are you comparing and competing with? This is our ego mind. We need our minds for sure, but we need to use them as tools. We don't need them to rule us, because this is what keeps us separate and small. So let's breathe all of that now down into our tummies, breathing deeply. Out of our heads, getting out of our heads together. Just noticing your head beginning to clear and feel lighter as you move into the body. Moving your awareness into the body. Just noticing any aches or pains, discomfort, tension, and choosing now to breathe new air, new oxygen into any areas of tightness and discomfort. Breathing deeply. Breathing into any areas of tension. And giving yourself permission to let go in this moment. Letting go on the out breath. Breathing in that new healing oxygen. Breathing deeply. Allowing that tension to release. Allowing your shoulders to drop and be level. And we don't need to carry burdens with us. They weigh us down, they keep us small. So bring your awareness now to your heart space. Place your hand over your heart, that helps the connection. Begin to breathe deeply in and out of your heart now. Breathe deeply. And with each breath you take, feel yourself opening to life's possibilities. Feel a warmth, feel a connection to something that is much greater. Breathe in love. Breathe out love. Breathing in and out in equal measures. Getting in the flow. So this is where your power lies. This is where your answers lie This is where your truth dwells. So let's get clear on the day ahead. What is important to me today? What is the one thing that I need to focus on today and to get done today that is going to take me closer to my bigger self, my connected self, my loving self? What is that one thing that I will commit to today? And let that one thing be enough today. Anything else that you do besides that will be a bonus. That's great. But what is going to move you towards your life of possibility and opportunity and connection and love? So feel a sense of gratitude wash over you now. Gratitude for all that you hold dear. Gratitude for all that you've achieved so far in life. And gratitude for all of the opportunities and infinite possibilities that lie ahead of you. When you open your heart and open your arms. So I invite you now to take a lovely deep uplifting breath, opening your eyes, coming back to the room. So let's dwell in our hearts today. Let's train those muscles daily. And I hope that's helped. I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow morning. If you found this useful, please do share with your friends or anyone that you think would benefit from a daily spiritual practice. I open my arms to you. Have a great day. Loads of love. Bye for now.